Alright guys, and welcome to day 3 of the Northern Powerhouse 2019 series. Got to keep this one short and sweet because we're actually just preparing a barbecue. And yeah, it's the hottest day of the year so far. So today's beer, even though it won't be the only beer that I'm drinking today, should hit the nail. Or should hit the spot, I should say. So yeah, today we're having a look at number 3, and this is the collaboration with Donzoko, who I think are also out of Leeds, known for their Hellas beer. Which I don't think I've tried it, but I've had one of their Pilsners when I was at Grub in Manchester with Rob, and that was tasting really, really nice. So yeah, this is described as a Bavarian Pilsner, clocking in at 4.7% ABV, IBUs are 30, EBC is 9, and the original gravity is 1.046. Hops and or adjuncts are Laurel and Hallertau Blanc, and artwork comes from Alex Bage. Beautiful sort of nautical style illustration there, and the way I'm resting my what is going on here? I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful stuff. Looks, the artwork on this series so far has just been phenomenal. Really, really has. So, a crisp, modern take on the Bavarian Pilsner with one of the up-and-coming brewers of the UK. A simple grist of German Pilsner and Vienna malt is supported by floral, citrus notes of American laurel hops and stone fruit undertones from Hallertau Blanc. So yeah, 440ml can as always. So without any further ado, let's get this opened and see what we get. So using this glass, it's not broken yet, which is always a good thing. So you know me by now, Pilsners, Lagers, Doppelbocks, that whole sort of style is probably my favourite overall style of beer. And in fact, so much so, I've got a fridge pack of Carlsberg downstairs, and I'm really liking the new improved recipe. I just don't know where I can get hold of those new glasses because they're absolutely gorgeous. But anyway, we're not here to talk about macro mass-reduced Danish lagers. We're here to talk about a very northern take on a very traditional Bavarian style of beer. And in terms of the appearance, yes, I know it's been poured into a teku. Not the best sort of glass for a beer like this. Should have used my Augustina glass, but you know what? I'm keeping it uniform, people. And yeah, this is one of the rare occasions where I'm actually just wearing a t-shirt because I've become very self-conscious about my weight recently. But it's so warm, I just can't be bothered. Anyway, so yeah, crisp, golden, very slight haze. I'm going to attribute that to chill haze. But yeah, it's exactly what you'd expect a Pilsner to look like. One finger worth of a soapy white head. So let's give it a swirl and see what we get. And that's, you get those traditional Bavarian Pilsner backbones there. Nice, simple, crisp malt character. A little bit bready, a little bit biscuity. Very subtle sweetness. There's a very subtle citrusy edge coming through. But there is a pronounced gentle, how could it be pronounced and gentle? Talking out my arse. There's a really solid amount of floral character coming through, which you don't usually get from a very traditional style Pilsner. It's got very subtle sort of cranberry or general berry tones coming through, berry-like sweetness, almost as if you've got like a mixed medley of berries and infused some water. Do you know what I mean? So you get the sort of aroma, you get very gentle taste. But that's what I'm getting. Because I do that a lot, apparently. Just get loads of berries and put them in water. Where do these tasting notes come from sometimes? I don't know. But yeah, it's smelling, it's not the most adventurous of aromas. It's not in your face, it's not big, it's not making a statement. It doesn't have to. But at the same time, I do wince when I do see people doing takes on styles like Bavarian style Pilsners. Because I hate hoppy lagers. I'm just going to say it, I just hate hoppy lagers when they don't taste like a lager, they just taste like a weak-bodied pale ale. It's like, just make a pale ale. Just make a pale ale if you're going to do that to a lager. Well, it's smelling good, so let's give it a taste. Prost. That's good. Oh, and not just because it's the hottest day of the year in the UK so far. There is a little bit of hoppiness there. A little bit more than you would expect from the style. But it doesn't stray too far away. It's still well within the realms of what I personally, for my tastes, can accept. Not that my opinion on anything ever counts, but it's crisp, it's clean, refreshing as all hell. Lovely, very subtle grapefruit bitterness on the back end. Not too much. You still get that general, like, musky lager bitterness. Mouthfeel is wonderful. It really, really is. A little bit bolder than a standard Pilsner, but still just as crisp. Carbonation is on point. That is a beautifully executed Pilsner. And you do get very subtle berry flavours coming through. But it's predominantly about the malt build and those classic, like, Hallertauer hops. But it's just something a little bit different. And yeah, right up my street. I mean, yesterday's beer, the Triple Fruit Goes, was just bonkers. But this is, it's up there for different reasons. This beer sings to me, it appeals to me, and I just really need to drink more beers from Donzoko. I need to start drinking beers from Manchester Union as well. Every time I'm in Manchester recently, it seems that it doesn't go with the opening hours of the tap room. So I'll have to make a venture. I mean, I'm going to put out there, I was at the forefront of the lager revolution. I've been a champion of good lagers since I started drinking beer. And all of a sudden it's popular to like lager. Keller Pils from Lost and Grounded. Oh, Augustine is my favourite beer ever. It's like, fuck you. You weren't saying that like 2 years ago. Augustine is my jam. So I'm just putting out there, this resurgence of lagers, especially in the UK, you're very, very much welcome, because, of course, of the 10 people who watch my videos at one time, they're the most vital people in the industry who watch those videos. I jest, of course, but yeah, I've been saying this for years about lagers, and people have brushed them off, changed the tune at the flick of a switch. These are the same idiots who like saying, oh, Timothy Taylor's Landlords is just like my go-to beer. It's like, you were shitting on that beer 3 years ago. Timothy Taylor's Landlords is a very good beer. It's a wonderful beer. And so much so that North Monk have it as a tap line in the refectory in Manchester. But like, people are like, oh, it's like with people who don't like Pabst Blue Ribbon but drink Pabst Blue Ribbon. I love Pabst Blue Ribbon. I think that's a very solid macro lager. I said I was going to keep this short. I'm not going to get into a debate. Basically, I'm just saying I should get some sort of reparation, or at least some recognition for my my duty to promoting good lagers. But that's a fight I will never win. Anyway, but yeah, back onto the beer. This is wonderful stuff. It really, really is. It's ticking all the right boxes. It's conventional with just the right amount of experimentation. And what you get is a wonderfully crafted, traditional, but slightly different and solidly brewed lager that I think even the staunchest old school German beer drinker would find fault, aside from because it's not traditional. But yeah, lovely stuff. Just every mouthful's so solid. So solid crew. That's going to be my new craft beer term. Oh, it's just such a so solid crew beer. But then people say, oh, did you drink a Grand Cru? It's like, no, I didn't. It doesn't matter. You don't get my reference. Anyway. I'm going to give this one. See, I'm going to say it's a 10 out of 10. It's a 10 out of 10. I mean, it's not making me jump for joy. It's not making me, like... It's not contending with Augustine and Lager Beer Hellers. but I just can't find any faults with it. And that was going into it with some slight intrepidation. But yeah, if you love Pilsners, then definitely give this a try. It's a 10 out of 10 just for how on point it is. And yes, the weather's going to play a part in that. And yes, the fact that I'm having barbecue is going to play in that. And yes, because I'm a fanboy of these sorts of beers. Yes, I know I'm a shill to the lager industry, but I don't care. When I have a beer that appeals to me in all facets of its being, then it's getting a 10 out of 10. You might think, oh, this is a subpar lager. You're right, it's your opinion. But to me, it's perfect. It's perfect right now at this point in time. And even if I was to revisit this beer on a winter day, I'd probably still say, yeah, it's probably not a 10 out of 10. Do you know what I mean? But still, what I've said about this beer sticks, and it's beautiful. So, yeah, this box so far has just been wonderful, and I'm getting my money's worth on these first 3 beers alone. Tomorrow's beer, or tonight's beer, because I'm going to be drinking that tonight, is going to be the Wylam Sour Tropical IPA, which that could be, because sour IPA, tropical, but then it could be up there, and then it just could be a misfire. But with it being Wylam, I'm not expecting a bad beer. Anyway, wonderful job. Go check out both breweries. Donzoko, heard a lot of buzz about them. I don't know why I've not got onto them sooner, because I love these sorts of beers. But yeah, wonderful stuff. And of course, check out Alex Bage's artwork as well. Beautiful stuff. Yeah, what a great series so far. If you've not watched the previous episodes, the playlist will be down below. I hope you'll join me tomorrow for the Wylam beer. And yeah, thank you all for watching. And if you have tried this, if you've been drinking along, or you're watching this after these videos have been uploaded and you've tried the beers, let me know what you think in the comments. Anyway, I'm starting to sweat my bollocks off, so I'm going to go outside to get even warmer, but there's going to be food, and I'm very happy. Anyway, thanks you, Guy, for watchings, and you all take care. Cheers, and enjoy this wonderful weather. Cheers. Prost und auf Wiedersehen, you pretentious bastard.